Alright, strangers. Hi. I'm trying a new setup with my camera arm today so that you can see what I'm doing from sort of my perspective. But wrestle with my privacy screen really quick. Hey Ian, what's up? So I waited an hour because I saw that Metalheads and everyone was live, and I was like, look, I was lucky. If I was working today like I should be, well, I took the day off for bereavement. My father-in-law just passed, and so I was helping my mother-in-law with things. So like saying I should be at work is wrong, but you know what I mean. If I was at work like I was scheduled to be and would be if uh not for unforeseen circumstances, I wouldn't be here to open this package right now anyways. It would just be in a box in like a less, not super hot place, but a less cool place than this is. So this is from FishGuysPlace and our buddy AllThingsFish, Mike. I also only said hi to Ian. Sorry. We've got Lando, the Zen Ginger, 3G, Jeff Pelham was in super early. I saw Craig made it in, and he was like, "Hey, I made it. Hurry the fuck up." Sorry for language, Lando. Speaking of language, I saw this comment earlier while I was trying to figure out how to make OBS follow directions. Not OBS, Streamlabs. I'm assuming audio is fine, and you guys can. Well, yeah, Lando responded to some of the stuff that I said, so. Hey, Lee. You don't need to stay up late. I didn't. I mean, not that I'm aware of. So this is not from Mike. This is from Paul. Yeah, I remembered good. Look at that. Paul Procisi. I don't know his name. FishGuysPlace. The live foods. Live foods extraordinaire. That's who this one is. Paul McCarthy is here. So these are not plants. These. Okay, this is some pro level shit right here. Look at this. We've got the flat rate or whatever bag. They give these away to you for free. One layer of insulation. They give these away to you for free. I'm not saying it's necessarily the best for our environment. I'm sure there are more environmentally friendly ways to ship fish and live foods and plants in our without worrying about them getting overheated. But I'm also showing my address this whole goddamn time. Jesus. I got like 2 brain cells waving that around on my. But yeah, look at that fucking boom. Tommy has the same, knows exactly what's up. So he's got double bags, triple bags, because this one's a Tyvek. And then let's find out what he hooked me up with this time. Definitely vinegar eels. I can smell that. So one of those looks like that popped open a little bit. You can smell the grindle worms too. So it looks like that got stuck under that tape a little bit or something. And maybe that's where the smell came from. I hope the grindles are okay because they famously do not do super great with acid. But it looks, I mean, I see them. I also see vinegar eels. I got them all over my fingers now. Look at that. All right, fishes, here you go. Have some food. Oh, I've got my fucking pump on. Those are just gonna get sucked straight into the filter. Whatever. We do what we can. Looks like he hooked me up with 2 cultures of chlorella and a starter kit. Okay. Ooh, oh, no. This is even better. 4-phase food samples for your fish to try. So this is really cool. He makes his own food. Did you guys know that? FishGuysPlace. That's where we're at right now. If you want vinegar eels, I know you can also get vinegar eels from KGE and Brienne. So this is phase 1. Will you focus on my hand? Can we make that legible for the camera? Okay, I'll just read it. It says 55% protein. It should have a number of ounces. I don't have a way to show how tiny. How about you autofocus? Is that something I can do in OBS, or is that like just my camera's being shitty? I don't know. This is super tiny. This is phase 3, so this is phase 2. This is phase 2. This is also super tiny. Like this looks like brine shrimp eggs. That's how small this is. Like the finest of sugar sands. This looks like maybe a crumble that you could feed. That like you might be able to find this at the regular store, but it's not. It's a little bigger than like golden pearls and stuff. Phase 3, you could absolutely find this at a fish store. Some of the chunks of this are large enough that I could reasonably like roll them between my fingers with and like identify just one piece. And this is a medium small or like a micro pellet, right? That's what you would call this. This is like the Hakari foods, or it's larger than. How big do you guys say you are? All right. This Bug Pro says it's 2 millimeters. I can grab one, just one. Okay. That on my finger is a Bug Pro that is supposedly 2 millimeters. This might even be, it's about the same size. Might be slightly smaller, slightly. And this is the phase 4, 48% protein from FishGuysPlace. So he hooked me up with that. And that was unexpected. So, woo-hoo! Free food. Fish food is like, I love free food, man. Who can say no to free food? And then, I mean, all of this was free, but some of this was expected because I won the giveaway, and some of this was him hooking me up above and beyond. This is Guyard's F2 AB combo, which is it's fertilizer for macroalgae. If you want this, you can buy Fritz F2. It's the same stuff functionally. Fritz is using the same recipe. There are recipes to approximate this, where you straight boil. What am I even saying? Oh, where you boil like soil. You boil garden soil, and then you get like a leachate. Exactly, macroalgae. Well, this is for microalgae. This is for chlorella, which is a microalgae, not a macro, but same deal. And a whole bunch of pipettes. And let's really quick. I don't know why I can't get this to like focus so you can read it. FishGuysPlace, Fall B. Live food cultures, 4-phase foods, super fry, small fry food, breeding fish room supplies, killifish eggs as available. You can email him. He has a website. He has directions on how to, you know, all good things. I can't endorse him enough. And beyond the fact that he gave me all of this stuff for free and hooked Mike up with some stuff, and I also think SC Catahoulas. That's the only way you can say that. You got to shout it. I think they received some as well, if I'm correct. Yeah. Keith, you got these, right? You got vinegar eels. So we've been sort of plugging you. You got vinegar eels. I don't believe you have grindle eels or grindle worms, but I think you said you had micro worms not that long ago. So yeah. Some things we can do. Grab. I don't know where I'm at. My brain turned off, guys. Gotta go drink some juice. What are we doing? All right. I thought this was glass when I bought it, but I was like, they ended up being plastic. Whatever. They are large. And if somebody would drop the FishGuysPlace link as well. Thank you, Tommy. Those are 2 places, and I'm pretty sure Brienne has both vinegar eels and grindle worms, if you guys are interested in those. I have most of the stuff to do the grindle worms over here. Got like a bin and some. You feed them on these little trays, and then you can pick the tray up, and the worms will be all over it. So that's something I prepped ahead of time. All right. I need to I should have marked on these how much I'm supposed to do. It's 50-50 mix. So somewhere over here, I have half of a cutting board that I intentionally set over here so I could use it. There it is. That worked. Thanks, Ian. All right. So first, always cut your fingers off. That's goal number 1. Anytime you're doing anything. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to pop the seeds out. No, I'm sure vinegar eels can handle like the slight amount of arsenic that's in a seed, but I might as well be safe. I saw some people were coring theirs. I'm too lazy for that. They're lucky I'm cutting them at all. I could probably just like jam the whole app. I could totally, it would definitely fit. I guarantee it. If I just should probably slice those into smaller pieces also. Actually, some of them at least. Surface area, right? Yeah, this is my bigger like folder. I don't have a ton of folders anymore, but you're right, Craig. Like it's a little overkill for most of the time. Again, I need to be slicing these smaller. I'm like lazy. I'm too fucking lazy for this. No, we're doing vinegar eels, Trash Cat. So I guess I gotta pop the tab on this. So most of the time, from what I understand, most of the time on this, I'm gonna want the level to be right around here, and every now and then I'm gonna stuff this full of filter. Stuff the neck full of filter floss up here and add water, right? So I don't think we'll need. I think I can just like assume that the square is square and do half with vinegar, right? Is that about half? Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Let's do this. All right. Yeah, I know that's what you're supposed to do, KJE. I don't have that much room. All right, I live in a one-bedroom apartment right now. I have enough room for 2 cultures, and I can alternate them. That said, I've also heard that if you do too small of a culture, like you should do smaller than I think it was 20 ounces or 25 ounces was the best. These are 50-ounce bottles. And then they were saying that a gallon jar was too large. So this is smaller than a gallon. I think they're 1.5 liters, but a liter was the recommended size. So I'm doing slightly larger than that. And then I distilled water yesterday. Hey, Aquatic Desert, welcome in. And then, suppose I just am gonna half and half these vinegar eels. I bet. Yeah, I'm gonna buy better bottles. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to get better bottles. I'm going to do a different system. This is what I bought thinking it was glass, and like apparently not fucking reading the description on Amazon, and that's my own damn fault, but they're what I have now. And I'm not gonna waste more money that I don't, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna get better bottles, or there's like I would love to do them in like Erlenmeyer flasks or something like that because I'm all about. I just think it would be sick to like have labware instead of what have you. Okay, so just to verify, let me shine my light at these really quick. Look at all those tiny. I don't know. You guys can't really see what I'm. Look at all those vinegar eels. When they say hyperdense vinegar eel culture, they mean it. I'm not kidding, Zen. That's like actually going to be the case. Someday, I do want a flow room, a flow hood, and everything. I guess I could be better doing this on camera. I'm like doing it where I can see it. Ooh, pipettes. Wow. Much science. I'm gonna dump the other one actually. I'm lazy. Remember, we discussed that earlier. All right. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed with that stuff. That I did a reasonably good job with all of that. I don't remember what my plan was. Oh, I was going to use her. There it is. Oh. And now I'm going to take these crappy little lids that came with them, and I'm just going to jam filter floss, twist it up a little bit, put a little filter floss in there to keep the gnats out. I'm thinking that's going to work just fine. That cat that I argue with, where's she at? Speaking of the devil. I found her. I'm definitely bleeding. She totally clawed my eyes out. Oh, come here. Come be a pal. Cat time! Cat time! I'm going to contaminate all my cultures now because I have cat everywhere. Let's be honest, I was not being that sterile with this. I need to be more sterile with the grindleworm culture, which I am still reasonable, medium concerned about because I think vinegar poured on it. But, like, you know, shit happens in shipping, and I didn't pay a dime for these. They were free. Big Easy in the house. This is Lola. She's too cute. She's a little demon. The bean. The bean of beans. And then, let me go grab the other one. Loose! Your turn. You get to be on camera now. How the fuck you playing here? Ah. This one somehow weighs half a pound less than that other cat. I don't know what we did, but the baby cat weighs more than the mama cat now. We call her mama. She's not a mama. This be Lucy. Lucy Sweet Bean. But she's a struggle. She does not like to be held. She's like, when can I be down? When? What is vinegar smell? This is the old lady. This is the old lady. Look at the camera. Hey, look at the camera and be pretty. Be pretty, not scared. We have two cats. This is both cats. This is Lucy. She's my cat. There we go. I've had her for 9 years, 10 years. No, not 10 years, because we got her in fall of 2015. I think I got her in fall of 2015. Crunch. All right. So that's vinegar eel cultures handled, I'm pretty sure. Just gonna stuff a little more filter floss in this one. We're gonna call that good. And then you see this back here? That is some rocks that I'm gluing to old. Yeah, literally, that's what Lucy. She doesn't quite feel like a chinchilla, but it's pretty close. That gray cat, that thick gray fur. Zen knows what's up. All right, what we got going on here is a bunch of like carnivorous plant soil that I microwaved like for 6 or 8 minutes or something like that. And I poured boiling water on it first. I poured boiling water on it before I stuck it in the microwave also, so that should assist us. So we've got, I'm gonna go clean this up. Oh, that's all on the outside. Awesome. We're worried about mites and things, from what I understand, with grindleworms. But again, I'm not positive these grindleworms are doing so hot. We'll see. So, boom. Grindleworms. We got this carnivorous plant soil and stuff. Where's my mister? I'm pretty sure I filled this up with distilled water last time I used it, but just to verify, I'm using the distilled water that I made last night. Which I will say, if you live in your own house, get yourself a fucking RO unit. If you are not, or if you're renting a house too. If you're renting and you're like, no. The only reason you shouldn't have an RO unit is if you're in an apartment, in my opinion. I understand maybe like, or like a townhouse or something like that, where you're like really high chance of you moving soon. You live in, if you moved into a house, you're probably not going to move out of that house anytime super soon, right? Like that's not something I see people do. Get yourself an RO unit. This countertop water distiller that I have, because that's the thing. You could get a countertop RO unit for like $300 or something if you wanted to spend just a little bit more for a more compact setup that doesn't have a big reservoir, so it's on demand, but it doesn't have a reservoir. You can do that. Those exist. I could have done that, and I probably should have if I had the money. I spent $60 on Prime Day or something like that for a RO or for a countertop distiller that uses a lot of electricity. It generates a lot of well, I mean, like my water is really good too. It's not as good as like Ian's water because Ian is on the other side of the river and everything, and he gets better water. Like my water comes out of a water tower, so it has, you know, if you don't need an RO unit, yeah, exactly, Sketty. The RO booty is less money than I paid on the for this countertop distiller. And you know how long it takes this countertop distiller to make a gallon of water? More than an hour. Like way too fucking long. It took me way too much effort to get these jars. I got a gallon jar that you guys can't see because this thing is too close to me. Wish I could zoom it out, you know what I mean? So gallon, like pickle jar looking things, full of distilled water over here, and then this jug, right? And this is what it came with, is this like water jug. So I do that, and that's 3G. That's not RO. That's distilled. Rain is distilled. But you like, I'm just saying it was a waste of fucking money. It's not a good it is not a good solution for needing distilled water on occasion. It is definitely not a good solution for needing distilled water or RO water on the regular. It's more convenient than me having to go to the store to get a gallon of water, but I could have gone to the store and gotten a gallon of distilled water for like 89 cents, 45 cents, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's sure it did it in the kitchen while I was sitting in like it's fine. Yeah, that's true, Sketty. Dehumidified water is not nearly as good as a straight distiller. Like there are, especially depending upon what kinds of tubing your dehumidifier has. But it's regardless, distilled and RO water is not exactly, Tommy. RO water is like roughly 50 cents a gallon. It's just not worth. Exactly. Even if I walked. I know I couldn't have sat there the whole time and played video games like I did, but just throwing it out there. You want to buy, like, unless, now I will say, what you can't do with an RO unit is pour a bottle of cheap vodka into it and turn it into a bottle of mediocre vodka. And I can do that with this countertop distiller. If you want mediocre vodka. I wouldn't do it with any bit liquor other than vodka. That would be a nasty experience, I'm sure. Okay, I need to like. It's a little better. Okay, so this thing is supposed to help it retain moisture. The point of this is to I don't know what I'm fucking saying, man. This is supposed to retain moisture. That's the whole point. I don't know why I said the point of this. That's the point. That is it. Pretty sure he does. I'm pretty sure that is FishGuysPlace. I'm just gonna straight dump this on top. There's not really instructions on how to add your grindles. Notice when I'm using sticky tape, I use my Leatherman knife because why in the world would I use my good knife for sticky tape? Then I would have to wash my good knife. That's why you have multiple knives. You can have a shitty knife and a good knife. Stupid thing. I should have done this before I That does not smell good at all. I think a lot of those eels are up here for grindles. This is What's that? They never smell good. Are they alive? Yeah, pretty sure. I'm seeing they're wiggling around. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see them wiggle there? The ones on the lid are alive. Gotta get them out from under all this tape. Add too much water to the soil, probably, but like, it is what it is. I was also stupid, and you know what I didn't prepare over here? Trash bag. You know what our friend Paul gave us? 3 bags from the Postal Service. I guess one of them is trash now. Alright. I'm gonna have to go microwave more dirt because this is too wet down here. I hear that, Craig. Sorry, I'm just like chilling here in silence. I hope this is moderately entertaining while you guys wait for the Garden of Eden to be ready. Because I saw they have giveaways planned for tonight. Alright, that's good enough. There's plenty of ones in there. I don't need to get every single one off the tape. Alright. Have a great night. Our friend DJ Guppy, thank you for coming in. I'm cheating. Because I feel like the pipette will be better at this task. That's definitely too much water. Stanky. That shit smells like when you fucking meet like your uncle's dog or something, the kind that they never ever take to the vet and they feed like the worst fucking farm brand dog food. And you meet this dog and like everyone's like, oh, it's okay. He just likes to give kisses. And I like dogs, but that shit smells like one of the, and you can't fuck it. You smell that dog's lick on your face for the rest of the fucking week, it feels like, because it like seeps into you, the stench. And they're all nose blind to it. I'm really hoping that I can make this dreidel worms culture smell a little less. But we'll see. We'll find out. Only one real way of knowing, right? I hope you guys could understand and hear those stupid jokes I was making. But you know. Hey, Steven. Welcome in. Yeah, like how you're like, oh my, that's what my neighbors smell when they come into my house. Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe not probably, but you know what I mean. Very possibly. All right, so I'm gonna assume that is good enough. Looks right to me. Um, it might be a little. I might be a little big, but you know, it is what it is. And then I'm just gonna cut a couple like smallish windows into this lid. So I can cover them with these little like, oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm like doing all this stuff over on the side here. I'm cutting little windows in the lid so I can cover them with this stuff that I've already cut out of a filter media. It's like the polymat. One side is rough, one side is smoother. But I'm sure I'm ruining this towel, but you know what? I got silicone on it earlier, so this towel is trash. All right. And for my next trick, you can find these in the like jewelry section, not your you might be able to find this in the regular needle section too. But this is for like leather lace, and I like to use these fat needles. I like the curved ones the most because they're like the most useful for. I bet a makeup pad would work, Lando. That actually is not a bad plan. I was gonna use cheesecloth, but I don't own it, and what I'm not gonna use cheesecloth for like anything else, so I didn't. That's my story. Wow, such a cool story. Yeah. I don't know what I was gonna like. I don't really use cheesecloth for things. I have reusable bags that I use for spices and stuff when I'm making apple cider. So I was like, whatever, I don't need cheesecloth. So I use one of these big fat needles that are made for like leather lace, upholstery needles. You can get. I have another set that I got from a sailing company, a sailboat place, that are made for sailcloth. But I am just gonna jam this through the plastic because it's not hard to do so. So I'm literally just gonna sew this little like polymat onto it. And hope for the best and try not to stab myself too many times. Because I refuse to wear a thimble. Wearing a thimble would be smart. I refuse to wear a thimble. I'm stupid. Okay? Be smarter than me. Don't make the same mistakes I mistake. Make better mistakes than I mistake. But I like to use these upholstery needles. That was the whole point of this. You can use these upholstery needles with fishing line, and that's like handy dandy. Fishing line is super awesome to use for stuff. It's pretty strong. It's not super visible, but it's not the easiest thing to thread a needle with either. So I'm just kind of going, like I went back over the first one, but my intent is to go, whoa, if I can point with this needle for you guys. Leather thimble. Keep that in mind. I'm trying to go like alternating so that I don't have like it doesn't just lift up in one direction. Does that make sense? Um, it's been a while since I've done any sewing class stuff. I did like a costume design course a long time ago, and that was very interesting. And there was a lot of structural sewing techniques that were taught during that. But I really wish I had taken a structural sewing course, not a costume design course, because there was like too much design in that class for what I meant, and then I like didn't. I don't know. I didn't learn what I wanted from it, and if I'd taken like the course that taught what I wanted, I would have learned what I wanted. But instead, I took a different course because that was in the it was like the teacher that I knew, and it was in the building that I knew and everything, and it was I don't know. I mean, yeah, isn't okay. So like, yes, that's a funny joke, then. That is a funny joke, then. But if what is the most home ec part of like fish keeping but making a budget for your like how to budget for your how to feed your fish and everything like that, and I don't know, live foods, right? Preparing your own foods for the fish, how to culture live foods, how to gut load those live foods so that you're not whatever. I bet Craig makes hustles everywhere, man. Lando, you don't even know what's up. Craig is a hustler, you know? Like that's one thing uh when uh when Craig's sitting there and the fridge is empty and he's got like he's tired and he's worked all day and whatever else. He's got two like but yeah, exactly, Zen. We're not really joking. He's got two sticks to rub together, and he's like, well shit, my kid's gotta eat tonight. There's nothing in the fridge. I worked all day. I'm not paid till Friday. I got two sticks to rub together. I'm gonna go rub those two sticks together as best I fucking can because my kid's gotta eat tonight. And I gotta hustle. And that like maybe I don't know that that's necessarily all the motivation because Craig's been like that since before he had a kid. But it's a skill and like whatever else, sure, to like be a hustler, to learn how to like push yourself like that. I don't have it. I'm working to be better about it, to have that motivation and that you got to get that grind set or whatever you want to fucking call it. You know, I'm not into those like motivational whatever. I think a lot of that can be predatory and designed to like they're making money off of giving you speeches on the internet. But exactly, coming from public housing, you got two sticks to rub together. There's cockroaches. Your bread's moldy. You're gonna cut the moldy part off the bread and eat it anyways. And you're gonna go get fresh bread because your kid needs to eat tonight. You know, if assuming you can even like you might not eat tonight. You might not eat till Friday because your kid's got to eat and you can convince them that you're old enough you don't need to eat. You know, you're not going to have dinner. And that like I don't mean to be like we need to hustle because our kid might or whatever else like because we can't eat or whatever. Like that's not the only thing that I'm trying to say, but it's very real. You know what I mean? Craig's kids never wanted for anything because Craig's a hustler, because Craig fucking works his ass off, you know? What kind of days does Jeff pull? It's the same thing, you know? He's always working, and now he's doing his house and he's working like that. Insane. This is taking way too long. I'm like being too meticulous with how I sew it, and I'm lazy, and I don't like that. I want it to be faster. Speed over quality. Exactly. I know what kind of a dad you are, Craig. I haven't known you for more than a year, but like you were very clear what kind of a person you are. Oh shit, the eater's there in 2 minutes. The only other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these pickle jars that you can't even see. Let's look. Pickle jars. I'm gonna take those and I'm gonna stab a hole in the top of it. I'm gonna put. I have an adjustable. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? All right. I got a cool little Eheim adjustable airstone thing that again it's that like this is that same polymat. So I can just cut a new slice of that one. Oh, again, you guys can't see what I'm showing you. This is that polymat. It's like a washer of that polymat. So I can just cut a new slice and jam it in here. And these supposedly never get clogged. And even if they do get clogged, again, I can cut a new slice. So I'm gonna cut a hole in this, a little hole in the lid. And I'm gonna have my check valve and my little airstone thing. And that's gonna be my thank you, Zen. You're amazing. But that's going to be my chlorella culture is a jar of that. So and then you got to put your Maillard, Gaillard stuff in there. You can find lots of it. I should put some links in the description of this But yeah, let's all go to the eaters because I know they've got a giveaway. And yeah, I'm talking to y'all, but Grant and Shelby are hilarious. Let's go enjoy that. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful day, gang. Bye.